Welcome back once again to Cryptoducator, folks. How are you all doing? So I finally made it back to Cryptoducator Studio, right? Now, guys, long time no see. 2 days I was literally stuck inside a bus for 2 days straight, right? Now I was trying to get back from Himachal Pradesh back to Delhi, but we had a little landslide issues going on, which is why we got stuck, guys. The entire bus was stuck in one single spot for 2 days, and finally I'm right here. So with that said, we got a lot of things to talk about, guys. Holy shit! Let's talk about Bitcoin real quick. But before we jump out the TA itself, just check this one out. Could be a far-fetched opinion, which is why we could be looking at a bounce in the small time frames, which could take the price action all the way towards 50,000 for that last retest. So, like, if Bitcoin gets back into 50,000 levels, expect some selling, right? And if you're unable to capitalize on $50,000 once again, most likely we will be coming back down, guys. Most likely this would be a trend reversal, right? So Alright, guys, so what is happening in the price action is the fact that retest of the $50,000 levels is going to be really important. Alright, a lot of alerts buzzing on and videos also buzzing on in the background. Right, guys, so essentially we were not able to reclaim 50,000, guys, and this one is weakness coming from these levels. Holy shit. I mean, your bounce from $44,000 was supposed to look a little stronger than this piece of crap right here, and essentially Bitcoin is not been look, guys, this one is not holding grounds, right? The price action is not quite standstill on these levels on Bitcoin itself, which is why until we are residing below this entire grind line, most likely every single time we're going to come right here, we're going to be getting rejected, and most likely we'll come back down onto $38,000, guys, for that 618 retest, right? Now we're taking a look at this entire bullish leg to the upside, and if we talk about retracement, the bearish retracements, price action could certainly come back down all the way towards 618, and maybe we could dip our toes at 786 as well, guys. Now this one is sitting at $35,000, and this is something which is expected, right? Because, guys, look, we were speculating on $50,000 levels for a potential reclaim, but essentially did not happen, guys. We simply just went on to these levels, and we simply the price action was not able to hold on to these levels, and the 21 daily exponential was also one of the key indicators that yes, we got some weakness in the price action alongside the 21 exponential itself, guys. Now essentially every single time you were coming on the 21 exponential, you were bouncing off nicely, and most of the crypto assets was simply going to the upside whenever Bitcoin was coming in contact with the 21 daily exponential. And, guys, as soon as you see this kind of price action happening after the rejection of the 21 exponential, you can simply talk about how the price action is looking weak in comparison to whatever happened for the previous month, guys. And essentially this is quite related to SPY as well. As you can see, guys, the stock market, let me just talk about SPY real quick, guys. Now stock market did have that real breakdown after a very long time, guys, and this one is still residing below this trend line right here. Now essentially until the price action on SPY itself stays below this entire trending channel, most likely Bitcoin is also going to be bearish, guys. Now although it's been quite a long time, right? It's been quite a long time that we are looking at some events, not all the events, but some events where Bitcoin and SPY are not related to each other, guys. Now for this perspective, let me just talk about a little mid time frame perspective, guys. Now this squeeze was happening for 2 months, for 2 straight months: May, June, July, August, September. 4 months, almost 5 months, guys. Holy shit. Crazy mathematics, to be honest with you. Alright, so this grind was there since previous 4 months, and we did resolve this one to the downside after a very long time, guys. So essentially the price action resolution coming from SPY is a mid to long time frame resolution, which is why, guys, this is reflecting on Bitcoin and other indices as well, as a lot of people have been speculating on SPY as their immediate indicator, right? Immediate market exposure indicator. SPY, US markets as a whole, right? Now, guys, essentially this actually triggered from something which is happening in China. Now there's a construction firm, I do believe, I can't really remember the name, but they have been going default. They have been defaulting on their debts, which is a little cause for a concern on the China stock markets, guys, which kind of reflected on US stock market, and the cascading effect just kept on going on to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Look, guys, most of the indices, whenever these coordinated bearish attacks happen, happen, most of these things will roll to the downside together, and this is exactly what is happening on Bitcoin itself. So let's talk about the downside price targets real quick, guys. I think we're going to be extending our way all the way towards the deep retracement levels at 786, guys, which is going to be your deep $34,000 levels, right? With this strong downtrend coming to fruition, and look, guys, we did lose the 382 itself, right? Now the 382, $45,000, most of the things are being lost to the downside, which means that we could be continuing our trend for the rest of the week to the downside. Now in the small time frames, I do expect Bitcoin to come back onto these levels once again and go for that choppy behavior and maybe just try to, I don't know, guys, maybe just try to kill all the FOMO buyers in the market who are thinking that this is a reversal right here. No, I do think that this could potentially turn out to be a lower high, guys. Now this is in comparison to the weekly high that we put in right here on Bitcoin itself, right? We are comparing this high with this high right here, guys, and essentially the only reason why I'm talking about this one is the fact that we rejected off the 618, guys, and essentially all those mega massive bull traps on Bitcoin have been happening alongside the 618 itself, guys. You can take a look at the history and you can do all of these things for yourself. But yes, if we, alright, had we claimed 50,000, 51,000 on a weekly basis to the upside, most likely we could have been testing these levels, guys. And you know the deal, guys, you know the deal. I was talking about the fact that how we could simply come onto these levels and actually put in a trend reversal behavior and just simply fly all the way towards 100,000, 200,000, 288,000, the distance to the moon, the moon target, price targets of Bitcoin itself. But it looks to me like we are reverting from the 618, guys. So until the weekly is not establishing a good looking base above 50,000 once again, expect most of the crypto markets to keep on selling off, guys. Most of the crypto assets will keep on selling off. Well, there will be exceptions, guys. I think Axie Infinity has started looking good, and AVAX is also looking nice in the mid to small time frames. But Bitcoin and Ethereum is telling us that the overall trend is going to be bearish, right? So I think cutting out on expectations could work out a bit, and maybe not extending your welcome in the market with all the long exposure that you have could essentially turn out to be a profitable event. It could cause a little headache, guys. All the bullish bias could cause a little headache, right, in the coming days for Bitcoin itself. Okay, so with that said, guys, all right, now in the small time frames, I don't really have any price targets, guys, because look, whenever Bitcoin gets into the, all right, now this is something which I've been noticing for this particular bull cycle, guys. Whenever Bitcoin gets into a mid time frame bearish trend, it's bad. It's big, gigantic, ugly piece of shit. This trend right here, guys, every single time Bitcoin gets into a downtrend, is just shit, guys. Holy fucking crap. I mean, essentially, you're just liquidating everybody to the downside for about a 90% move, and then you're going for oversold bounces for a 10% move. Literally from nowhere, guys, out of nowhere. So don't try to pinpoint these exact bottoms and tops, right? Don't do that. Just don't do that. Just wait for the good trend to emerge, guys. And holy shit, look. I just want all of you guys to not trade the market for the rest of the week itself, guys. I think it's a perfectly fine decision to simply stay in the sidelines until the market is resolving, guys. We had a good run, right? We simply had a good run for the previous 2 months altogether. Now let the market consolidate. Let the market figure out where do we go. Is it going to be to the upside or the downside? For the timing, it looks to me like we want to continue going to the downside, but I do believe you should kind of sit in the sidelines for the rest of the week itself, right? Okay, with that said, let's talk about Ethereum real quick, guys. Now this, let me just talk to you guys about this one real quick. Now this is a fractalized version of something which happened right here, guys. This is what I saw. Now I was looking at the chart patterns today while I was stuck inside that goddamn bus, and this is something which I noticed, guys. This is something which I noticed, right? In the small time frames, you can see Ethereum likes to go for the deep retracement, guys. The deep retracement, right? Let's talk about this one right here. So yes, Ethereum went for 886, 786 retest on these levels, and it did create a little head and shoulder distribution pattern going on. And guys, guess what? Your downside was a retest of these levels at 618 once again. So if we talk about this price action right here, you did go for the deep retracement, guys. Ethereum went for the 886, right? And it is kind of following the same path. You can see, guys, this one is doing the same things, but the price action right here is a little expanded. We have more volatility than right here. So essentially, let's talk about the downside support, potential support on Ethereum, which is going to be coming in at $2,500 flat. So this gives us a good fact, guys. This quite literally gives us a good theory. Now, Ethereum losing $2,500 to the downside on a daily closing basis would mean that we are not going to be comparing these two fractals one more time. But essentially, guys, if this fractal works out back again, most likely Ethereum will bounce from $2,500 once again, and this could be looking like a dip in the bigger picture. And then we could talk about $5,000 Ethereum coming back into fruition, guys, and that is when we could go for that ultimate bull trap. I don't know, could happen, could not happen. But essentially, if you just compare this piece of price action structure to this one right here, Ethereum has done something like this in the past, which is why we can just simply expect Ethereum to bounce from 2,500 and attempt, I don't know, a bullish move all the way towards $4,000 once again in the small time frames as well. So for that, we have to establish a trend above the 21 exponential in the 4-hour in the first and the foremost pass. Before that, I think it's going to be taking a lot of time to establish a base right here, guys. Things can get really volatile for Ethereum itself, right? We're looking at 10%, 14, 15% of volatility coming in one single 12-hour time frame, which is why let the market consolidate. Let the market figure out what is going to be coming next, because nobody can decide, guys. Nobody can decide, right? The best guesses can certainly come out of good piece of technical analysis, but I don't think, guys, I don't think we can just simply talk about how the history can simply repeat itself once again just because XYZ technical pattern played out in this particular price point right here. Well, essentially, I'm going to be speculating on $2,500 Ethereum to hold, but if this one fails to hold, most likely I'm going to be targeting $1,700 once again on Ethereum, guys, unfortunately, right? Okay, with that said, let's talk about the last candidate for the day. It's going to be AVAX. AVAX is doing good, guys, and with Bitcoin looking bearish in the market, this one is putting higher lows. Holy shit, this one wants to trend to the upside. This one is back at the point of rejection, guys. Holy shit, AVAX is back at $70 once again and is looking to continue the trend to the upside. And all right, let's talk about the price action targets from this consolidation right here, from this consolidation. So we can take a look at the Fibonacci retracement levels coming from this point and this point right here. And well, we are consolidating at the 618. This rejection came from the 618 itself. We came back all the way down towards the 86, and now we are trying to set in a base right here. And we are headed towards 2618, guys. As soon as we start closing daily candles above $73 flat, most likely our price target for AVAX is somewhere going to, it is going to be alongside triple digits, guys. 3 digits AVAX coming pretty soon, right? And this one is pretty much doing things like Solana itself, although the price action dynamics and the market dynamics for Solana were nice. Guys, Ethereum was bouncing from 1700, Bitcoin was bouncing from 30,000, right? Which is why Solana had a smooth sail to the upside. It was pretty nice. Whereas when it comes to AVAX right here, we don't have that nice looking delicious bullish environment in the market. We have chops. Essentially, the price action for AVAX is going to be a little difficult to the upside, right? We're going to be having a lot of hurdles down the line because this one is dependent on Bitcoin and Ethereum itself. And if Bitcoin and Ethereum start to shit once again, I don't think AVAX is going to be going all the way towards these levels. But I think, guys, this base which is being put right here is looking nice as of now, which is why higher probability lies towards the fact that we could be looking at $100 AVAX before the end of this week itself. Alright, guys, I'm simply gonna go and pass the fuck out, man. Holy shit, I've not slept in a bed for 2 days, guys, and that's a long time, I believe, right? And I'm gonna be catching all of you probably tomorrow. Bye for now.